Hey, you. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. Are you looking for the best way to promote your podcast? It's easy. Just advertise your podcast to your ideal target audience. That's right, listeners of similar podcasts. Podbean has the best and most cost-effective options for you. Just go to the website sponsorship.podbean.com/STR. That's right, your friends here at Scout Team Radio are hooking you up. Go to sponsorship.podbean.com/STR and you will get the best deals to get your podcast rolling. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy Scout Team Radio.
Yeah.
You want to like them, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. You straight gangsters over here,
Straight
man.
gangsters. Yeah, good morning and welcome back. That's right, you are listening to Scout Team Radio. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. I am one of your favorite hosts. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
I don't know who she is, and I don't know why she keeps saying that. And the man on that other microphone, he is a great American. He is a great patriot, and you all know him as... America.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is your boy Chris America coming to you live this Wednesday, August the 7th, 2019. And Loudbeard, first of all, you know that's Mrs. Loudbeard, and you know why she says that, because it's true. And second of all, there's another Kyle out in the world, and it's his birthday today. And that's my nephew. He's 15.
Oh,
I'm getting old.
That's cute. You are.
I'm getting old, man. I remember 1 week after he was born, riding out Hurricane Charlie with him.
You remember when he was just a little whippersnapper, huh?
Little whippersnapper riding out a hurricane with me. I tied a string around him to see if he would fly up there like a kite, but apparently he was too heavy for that. Or the winds weren't strong enough yet.
Well, I applaud you for your effort. I do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. That was
But he
smart
spells
move
it.
on your heart.
He spells his name a little different than yours. A little
yeah?
Khyle.
The H. Silent, huh?
The H is for heavy drywall punching.
Okay. That's what
and
all
heavy
Kyles do.
Monster slamming. I think I am going to get him some
Kyle.
Monster energy drinks, like get him like a 4-pack, and see if he gets the joke. See if that's like a thing in high schools these days, or if it's just us nerdy adults.
Yeah, that's like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, would he know what it meant? Like, if you gave him a little piece of drywall and a monster, he'd be like, either thinking you're crazy, or he would get it and laugh hysterically.
You got any drywall
Either
in your
way,
garage
it'd be
there
good.
for me, Loudbeard, that I could borrow?
I actually don't think I do. I mean, none that's
Where
not
do I find
already
just
on
like
the walls.
random pieces of drywall? I just drive around
think
like
you get
look for like construction sites.
Okay.
Start
Yeah,
dumpster
you can
diving
do
there.
that. There's a lot of new construction, a lot of new homes coming up.
Yeah.
Economy's good, you know. People buying new houses, so you can go get some drywall.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that and see if he gets it.
Yep. All right, Chris America. Last night was the beginning. It started. You know what I'm talking about.
Bachelor
Right?
in Paradise. I was watching it.
Oh, yeah? You got a update for us? I'd like to hear about this. I was going to talk
Yeah, I
about
don't remember
something
that guy's
completely
name, but the
different,
guy in the love triangle, he tried smoothing things over with the two women. Did not
Was
go
it
well
Dylan?
for him.
Was it Dylan?
No, I want to say it was Jake.
Jake, okay.
Let's
All
look
right,
it up.
So Jake Dylan.
Jake Dylan, JD.
Mm-hmm. Love
No,
triangle.
it's not even trending right now. How is it not trending?
I don't think it's
Impeach-
as popular as the regular
Im-
Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Impeach Joaquin Castro is trending. I don't know who
Yeah,
Joaquin Castro is, but we need to impeach him.
Okay. Well, last night a bigger show than your Bachelor in Paradise came on, and that was Hard Knocks. John Gruden is going to become the star that he was always meant to be. Hard Knocks premieres, and it is Oakland. I almost said the wrong city. Las Vegas Raiders. Are they in Oakland right now? I can't remember. Anyway, if you watch the show, you would know. I would know. But a couple highlights from the show last night. Not to give it away, because some people may DVR it, might go back and watch it. But
yeah, you don't want to spoil who dies in the first episode.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Ears plugged, just in case you need it. Antonio Brown's kids, they are caught on camera asking, "Where is Big Ben? Dad, where is Big Ben? I don't see Big Ben at training camp. Where is he?"
How old are his kids?
They're little. I don't know, 3 and 5 or 5 and 7.
All right.
I
was
don't know.
gonna say this feels a little like set up.
It could have been. It's TV. You know they're trying to. I mean, it's reality TV, but I feel like all reality TV has some sort of scripting or some sort of nudging from producers to help get some of those hot takes that go viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a celebrity on the show, and out of all the celebrities in the world, this is the one celebrity that I know will excite you more than any other.
What's that?
Guy Fieri was live on Hard Knocks. Yes. And
that
guess
guy's
who
everywhere.
guess who came over to talk to him? Offensive lineman legend Richie Incognito. Everybody knows him as being a big bully. He's on the Raiders, and him and Guy Fieri apparently hitting it off pretty good. They liked each other.
Well, that's because he cooks food, and he wants him to cook food for him. Out of all the people to go over there, it has to be an offensive lineman, right?
Oh, absolutely. Those are the guys that enjoy
Like, hey,
eating more than anybody
When are we
else.
going to invite me over for one of those barbecues? Or can I join you on that road trip of diners, drive-ins, and dives?
I think I'm not an offensive lineman, but I think I'd do the same. I love eating. It's all about it. All about it. Another aspect of last night's Hard Knocks, some of the rookies end up going out and ride horses through Napa Valley while playing Old Town Road. It was a beautiful moment.
What are they trying to make this Bachelor in Paradise now? We're showing rookies riding around on dates with each other. Shouldn't they be just like carrying bags and getting tied to field goal posts and having their heads shaved? Are those days over?
Yeah, it's a new world that we live in, Chris America. That's not part of it.
Now rookies are going on horseback rides with Old Town Road playing.
Yeah. Apparently there was a player that was a star on Last Chance U, and they showed him. And apparently he complained about a foot injury and then missed an appointment with a trainer and was cut and was gone. And they said it was like one of the shortest appearances on Hard Knocks.
Life comes at you fast in the NFL, man. NFL
That's
preseason.
Right. That's right. You can't mess around. Like, you got to go all in, man. You're hanging by a thread anyway, unless you're a guy like Antonio Brown, who doesn't really need to worry about it, or unless you're a guy like Derek Carr, who's got a $100 million contract.
We're like, you can cut me if you want. I got my guaranteed money.
Yep. Those guys are cool. Everybody else, you better go out there and work. Even guys like Richie Incognito, if he sucks, he'll get cut. Nobody cares that you've been an offensive lineman in the NFL for the last 10 to 15 years. You have to go out and perform. And yeah, this is that time of year, man. You're right. You got to step it up. And that's what's fun about Hard Knocks is you get to see that process. Now, I think the show is a little redundant because each year it seems like it's like the same formula over and over. Luckily, the personalities of some of the players do make it a little bit more interesting. And the fact that we've got John Gruden and all of his maniacal, whatever ramblings that we get to hear, that makes it interesting. But I'm kind of excited about it being the Raiders and how terrible the Raiders are.
I mean, I'm there to see, Gruden versus Brown. See how they mix it up.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be good. Now, I don't think Antonio Brown got a whole lot of airtime because he had that foot injury and he wasn't around a lot. But they try to get him as much as possible. Even some of the off-the-field stuff.
It's early. You can't just start off episode 1 with a lot of... I guess Bachelor in Paradise starts it off with drama, but not everybody can have that kind of drama.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so
Maybe they
other
could have like Big Ben show up, and then it's awkward with Antonio Brown and Big Ben and Derek Carr, like a little love triangle there.
Yeah. You are all about these love triangles, Chris America. I feel
Well-
like this has become your shtick. You're the love triangle guy.
I mean, I'm all in Bachelor in Paradise mode.
Gotcha.
So much so,
Gotcha.
Loudbeard. Did you get your wife a gift for today? Did you set up a special date night? Did you forget?
For Bachelor in Paradise?
No. Did you forget? Oh my God, your
think
wife's
I
gonna be
did.
so mad at you.
Yeah,
It is
pretty much.
It is Chinese Valentine's Day. I can't believe you forgot it again. For the 36th year in a row.
Just because she came from China does not mean she celebrates it, but she might be mad.
Yeah, Chinese Valentine's Day. That's kind of weird. They have their own Valentine. I mean, I guess. I feel like if you're gonna take a holiday that's like from other cultures, you might as well just celebrate the same day they do.
I mean, they do a Chinese New Year, too.
Well, that's because that's a different thing. It's like that's their calendar. They made it up thousands of years ago, but Valentine's Day is like a religious thing, sort of. I mean, it started out that way.
Valentine's Day in America is so far from being a religious thing. Nowadays, it is a commercial holiday that is the greeting card companies make money, the chocolate companies make money, the procrastinating husbands are sitting at, Target looking for Valentine's Day cards the morning of, and all the selections picked over day. That's what that day is for us nowadays.
It looks like it's the same over there in China for Chinese Valentine's Day.
Things just don't change. Just because you're in a different culture in a different country doesn't mean things are going to be different. Valentine's Day is absolutely the same there. Same mistakes are happening.
Yep.
All right, so speaking of a love triangle, Chris America, this was announced. So I'm going to go a little Disney on you because love triangles and Disney, they seem like they come together. So Disney, which happens to be one of the smartest companies in the world, they know how to take your money, right? Whether it's Marvel, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Disney princesses, that company knows how to take your money. Now, they're doing this Disney Plus streaming service. Well, they have announced that they've decided to do a bundle, a love triangle, if you will. So Disney
nice.
Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu all together in one bundle package for $12.99. Oh, man, take my money right there.
Yeah, now, who originally called that, though? I told you they're going to put ESPN and Disney together. I did not see the Hulu thing coming, though.
Yeah, you
the
were
Hulu
all
thing
about
is kind of... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, you were all about it. You said it. I'll admit it here first. You said, if Disney Plus is smart, they're going to bundle it with ESPN Plus, put it together. That way you get the kind of the best of both worlds there. You said that first. So you get credit for that. But
Thank you, sir.
you did not expect
I didn't
the
see
triangle.
Hulu. I didn't see Hulu coming, but does it surprise you that Disney's like, hey, see that streaming service over there? We want that. So we're just going to take it.
And I don't believe Hulu's owned by Disney, right?
No, but this is the first step.
Yeah. Oh, well, and for Hulu, right now you're sitting there looking. This is what the landscape is. Number one, Netflix, they're losing a little bit of their luster because Disney Plus is taking some of their good shows and some of their good movies that they have and saying, okay, we're going to take the rights away and we're going to take it back. I think CBS or NBC, one of the other big markets, was taking their shows back. So Hulu's thinking, okay, well, if that's happening to Netflix, it's going to probably happen to us. We're going to get left in the dark. We need to partner up with somebody and really bring the heat, right? So Hulu probably reached out to Disney Plus and said, hey, I got a great idea. We've got a built-in audience. We've already got a lot of subscribers, a lot of listeners, and we've got some of our own original programming. Let's partner up and do this bundle thing, and we could be huge. We'll knock Netflix out. Like with us and what you bring, and you can throw in that little sports thing you've got, whatever it's called, whatever, ESPN-ish or whatever, and we'll put it all together, and we will knock Netflix the blank out. And this right here for $12.99, because that is the same price as Netflix, around the same price.
It is.
So, yeah, Netflix is in trouble, man.
They're in a lot of trouble. Now, It's still affordable for you to own both, though. So I don't know
This
that
is true.
I don't know that too many people are going to say like, oh, if I got to spend $12.99 here or $12.99 there. So it doesn't necessarily mean Netflix is in trouble, but what it does mean is Hulu's about to take a huge leap in services. Not that they're having problems either, but it's this is a home run move for them.
Oh, it's a super home run move. Now, I have a employee that works for me at my work, and she was talking to me the other day, and her husband or boyfriend or somebody it goes to school, so they're living off of like a single income, and she's like talking to me about her budget, and she's like, yeah, as soon as Disney Plus comes out, I'm gonna have to cancel Netflix because I can just afford one of them, and I am not gonna go without Disney Plus. So there's
they'll lose a few
portion
of
of
those.
society.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I wonder how YouTube TV is going to do and Sling. Those are the other ones that they have to worry about it because Hulu does live TV. Do you want live TV with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, or do you want just live TV?
Yeah, I like the Disney Plus and ESPN Plus with the live TV, and ESPN Plus has been doing better. I've been looking at their fights. They got that UFC cards coming up, and that in itself is intriguing. Not that I'm a big fan of ESPN because I think it's the big corporate monster of sports talk and all that, but I do kind of like the live UFC fights that they've been having. So if their content improves, that's going to be a win. I like the live TV with Hulu.
And now you're basically getting it for free.
Yeah, really. You are.
Because you already were paying, what, like $10 for Hulu? You knew that Disney Plus was going to be $6.99. So you're already $4 less than what you thought it was going to be for both, and you're getting ESPN Plus.
Absolutely. And it all starts November 12th. Honestly, though, the person that's going to hurt the most, I think, or the entity, the cable companies.
I was just going to say the same thing, man. You're right.
Oh, I've been thinking about cutting the cable. My wife has been pushing me, but some of the live sports stuff, it's not as easy to always get that when you have just streaming services. Now you can
I think
get
you got to go YouTube right now. My brother-in-law has YouTube TV, and he says he can record. They got like unlimited DVR with the YouTube TV.
But is it a lot of live sporting events streaming on there?
It's every single channel you got on your cable company right now. I would check it out after this.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do that. I probably haven't educated myself enough on the streaming services to really know it. But my wife's been
I cut the
pushing
cord
me.
years ago, and then when I got an apartment, they had like a deal with Spectrum, so I had to have cable for like the last few years. But now that I got my own place again, I cut the cord like the second day. I'm like, get this out of here.
Yeah, that's what I got to do because I'm sure my bill's too high. Now I still got to keep the internet, so they're still going to get their money. But yeah, I don't need all that
But when I went to go
cable.
looking for internet, I thought it was surprising. Last time I checked internet was like $70, but I haven't checked in a few years. It was only $50. That's not bad. That's
not too shabby.
That's a phone bill, a cell phone payment.
Yep. So this new love triangle between Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus is going to be happening on November 12th. That's a prime time for people to say, all right, here's an early Christmas present. There you go for their loved ones. I think this is going to be good. Disney's going to take everybody's money and cable companies, Netflix.
So go to www.12ozsports.
Whoops, my bad. I hit the wrong button. I rested my hand on the mouse accidentally. I was like, who's that talking?
Now these three.
It's
Go ahead.
Ghost
Now
and
these
Jeff
three
Beck.
Loudbeard, they need to bring in a fourth player. They need to bring in a cell phone provider. Because like T-Mobile gives off free Netflix, bring in a cell phone provider that'll give you free this, and that cell phone company will take off.
That's a good point. It'll happen. You always seem to predict these very well, I will say. And another note on Disney, this is not as good of a story because I don't know how I feel about this. So Disney Plus announced that they're going to remake some of their classic fun kids movies. Some of them being Home Alone, Night at the Museum, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cheaper by the Dozen. But I was thinking about this. I don't think I want Home Alone redone. Like, that is a classic movie, and I don't know if anybody can do what Macaulay Culkin did in Home Alone. Is this worth a remake?
I don't think so. Do you think kids today look at our movies when we were kids like we did to movies that were made when our parents were kids? Like, I know the quality has changed tremendously, but I don't feel like it's been that much compared to going from 90s to 60s.
Oh yeah, big point there. Yeah, I would say that even now, like if I go in Christmas time and I'm like I want to watch a good Christmas movie, I put on Die Hard, I put on Home Alone. These are quality movies, even though they were made in the 80s and 90s. They're still, to me, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. But maybe it's also me being part of that, generation that like that. Yeah. So I don't know, kids these days, they also probably look at it and say, "Oh, that's on regular TV. I'm not watching that. I only watch things that are on YouTube."
Like you watch like a action movie in the 60s and it's just god awful as far as like all the way they do the special effects. But, Independence Day, it still looks bad now, and so does Jurassic Park, but it works in a way.
Yeah.
It's still better than what you had in the 60s.
I'm with you on that. Like Jurassic Park was great. Even now I look at it, it doesn't look like fake-ish because they used a lot of animatronics and they didn't use a lot of CG.
Yeah, but you can still tell there's a lot of blue screen scenes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, if I watch an old Bond movie, oh, they're awful.
Yeah, or like a cowboy movie, like a good old John Wayne movie.
Yeah,
the old you shoot them and then they just fall into the trough of water.
Yeah, this is true. I'm with you on that, Chris America. Well, we've gone into movie heaven. We're an entertainment show.
Heaven.
I think we've got to redo our logo. It says Daily Sports Talk. You know what? We're movies. We're sports.
We're sports, entertainment,
current events, entertainment. We're a little bit of everything. So enjoy it.
We're a variety show.
Yeah.
We're a mixed bag. We go into the bag and we see what we pull out.
Yep. The next contestant up on the mixed bag, Ezekiel Elliott. His story keeps popping up. You know me, I love the Cowboys. So I have to bring them up. They're America's team. And because of all that, I do have to say that he comes out and he says he will not play without a new deal. So it looks like Ezekiel Elliott is digging into the sand, and he is not moving. And it doesn't look like the Cowboys are going to move either. I think the Cowboys have made a good offer. They said it's a top 5 paid player at his position offer. And if he wants to take it, he can. If he doesn't, that's good with him. He says he's not going to play without an extension, and he's not happy with the money that's being offered. And Le'Veon Bell is coming on Twitter saying, Cowboys got to pay up, because obviously Le'Veon Bell's good about holding out, and he knows. So there is a chance that Ezekiel Elliott will not play this year, Chris America. I don't know, man. Do you think this is going to happen where he'll sit out all year like Le'Veon Bell did?
I don't think so, because I think the Cowboys aren't going to be that good on offense without him. We saw how they were when he was suspended for 6 weeks, and that derailed their whole season just like you said they would. You said, man, they're gonna struggle, and they're going to come out, and they're going to miss the playoffs, and that's what happened. They never got back. And then last year, they had a decent team. They just couldn't get it going in the passing game, but they're going to need Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, they are. And I could see, this is my prediction, and this isn't bold, this isn't anything crazy. I can see the Cowboys going in week 1, they're going to have to start Alfred Morris or whichever backup they're going to throw in there. They're going to get like 59 running yards. They're going to be very flat on offense, and they're going to lose. They're going to go into week 2. They're going to do the same thing, get maybe 63 yards of offense, be flat because they have no running game, and be 0-2, and then all of a sudden Jerry Jones is going to say, all right, Ezekiel Elliott's back. Undisclosed amount of contract because he does not want to lose, and if they come out 0-2, I think all of a sudden the negotiation opens up. It opens up quickly, and they pay that man because he is valuable. He is extremely valuable to that team, no matter how much Jerry Jones wants to say, oh, we don't want to pay this guy. It's not worth it. We're not going to be level setters as far as the contracts go with running backs. They can say that as much as they want, but they need to realize that their offense does not go without Ezekiel Elliott. And, yeah, they might have fool's gold with what Amari Cooper did when he came in, and they might say, okay, well, with Dak and Amari, we've got an outstanding passing game. Well, you know what? It all comes from that running game because teams have to play the run all the time, and it opens up opportunities for the passing game. Without Ezekiel Elliott there, it's a house of cards. It's all going to fall.
Yeah, so I'm looking at their Cowboys schedule, which is kind of exciting. This is the first time I've pulled up an NFL schedule in quite some time for the show.
Congratulations.
Their first 5 games, I'm going to predict right now they're going to go 2-5 or 2-3. So they open up with the Giants. They should win that game, right? And then, Jerry Jones is going to say, like, see, we don't need Ezekiel. We beat the Giants. Then they have to go to Washington to play your Redskins. They got to go out to Maryland and play your Redskins at home. I'm going to count that as a loss for you there, Loudbeard, or loss for the Cowboys. I'm going to give that to you.
I like it. I like that. I mean, the Redskins aren't being predicted to be very good this year, so thank you for that confidence.
Yeah, I think Haskins might surprise some people. And, without Ezekiel Elliott, I think you guys can keep it close. You guys were a good defensive team last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, we are.
So, you keep it close, and maybe you win like a 17-14 type score. Then they play the Dolphins at home. I'll give them a win there. I'll give them the second win. I don't see the Dolphins doing anything to improve. Then they have to go play the Saints at New Orleans. So that's an automatic loss. There's no way you're keeping up with that offense without Ezekiel Elliott, right?
That's right.
And then they have to play the Packers at home. I'm going to give that a loss, especially if Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Aaron Rodgers is going to be probably the first 4 or 5 weeks. Aaron Rodgers is going to be out to prove himself again, to kind of show, like, this is why I got paid, and I'm not this injury-prone guy you think I am.
And plus that whole chugging incident, he's really got a lot to prove.
Oh, yeah, he's got to definitely prove against that. So 2-3, Loudbeard. That should get Ezekiel Elliott signed, especially if the offense causes a lot of losses in those games. Like if they beat the Saints or if they lose to the Saints, 13-10 I felt like that was a score last year with the Cowboys and Saints where the Cowboys defense really held the Saints down. I could be mistaken, but if they hold an offense like the Saints down and then they still lose because their offense is bad, that should get Jerry Jones to say, "All right, let's stop the nonsense. Let's bring Ezekiel in."
Yeah,
I think Jerry loves winning way too much.
That's what I agree 100% with you, Chris America. Your point, 100% taken right here. He is going to get so frustrated with how this team operates without Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, right now he believes it could go without him. I guess he forgot 2 years ago where he saw his offense without him. Those 6 games he was suspended. So I don't know what he's thinking now, but once reality sets in for him, he'll pay up.
Oh, big time. On a side note on this whole thing, do you think Le'Veon Bell's the right guy to be coming out and tweeting about this? I feel like he is the absolute worst player to be coming in and chiming in about a contract dispute because, I don't know, he missed the whole season. He's been in a dispute every season for the last 5 years. Why has this guy got to chime in?
I think he's kind of made himself the de facto spokesperson for running backs. I really do. That's kind of that was one of his moral stands with the holdout too, was I want to get all running backs paid more. And so I guess he's got to kind of back it up. He can't just say, "Oh, well, I got paid, so now I'm just going to not fight for other running backs." I think that's why he's doing it.
All right. Well, that kind of makes sense. I can live with that. Sometimes you have to stand your ground, and you've got to stand for what you believe in. And you're right.
You got to stand for your brotherhood.
He does. He absolutely does. Oh, well, Chris America, it looks like we're almost to that commercial break. I might even start it a couple minutes early here because I want to talk to you about coaches, and I want to give you some of the greatest betting advice that you will ever hear in your life. But we're going to do that after a quick commercial break. Hey, Kawhi, what are you laughing at, man? This isn't funny. Fantasy sports reimagined, FanDuel, that's what I'm talking about. It is more than just fantasy sports. It's the best way to watch the games, win real cash, and bring the action right to your living room. Just choose a contest, make your picks, watch, and win. And if you go to FanDuel.com/STR today, you can get a $5 deposit bonus. Once again, that's FanDuel.com/STR. Come on, man. This is not a laughing matter. If you've been listening to Scout Team Radio for a long time, you know that myself, Loudbeard, has placed a bet or two in his day. That's right, I've lost the beard bet, I lost the romper bet, but one place I don't like losing is when I bet money, and I can easily do that at MyBookie. That's right, you can go to mybookie.ag, use promo code 12OZSports, and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Hey, guess what? That is a lot of money. Do it.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. 12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Patriot, Chris America, and I want you to listen every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and on replays from 11 a.m. to noon of Scout Team Sports. Listen, George Washington did not cross over the ocean blue in 1492 to defeat the Nazis, so you can listen to the same tired national clickbait sports stories. So once again, tune in to us every single morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then we replay from 11 to noon. I will see you there, and God bless America.
Welcome back. Thank you all for listening in. Once again, we are Scout Team Radio. We appreciate you all listening in. He is Chris America. I'm Loudbeard. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. We also simulcast on the Full Press Radio Network, and we are a part of the Barn Burner Radio Network. We're all over the place. If you can't catch us live, that is okay. You can always hit up the podcast. You can go to anywhere you can find a podcast. That's right, Google Play, you can go to Apple Podcasts, you can go to Spotify, Stitcher, any of those places. Go to them, search Scout Team Radio, you'll find us, subscribe, rate us, review us, and listen. You can listen on demand anytime, anywhere, and you can catch all of our shows. Also, we like to get a little interactive from time to time. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, tweet at us, give us some of your hot takes, some of your opinions. If you love Disney Plus, having a love triangle with Hulu and ESPN Plus, tell us about it. We would like to know. If you have a great love triangle story, we'd like to hear that too. Sometimes that can get juicy. We like a little interesting love triangle story. So make sure you hit us up at Scout Team Radio and give us all of that. So Chris America, I came across a article or a listing of coaches and their odds of winning Coach of the Year. And I was looking at this, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is the betting guide for who's going to get Coach of the Year if we want to bet on the NFL Coach of the Year. And I think I'm going to give you some good advice. I want you to become a billionaire.
Okay.
And you're not going to do it without taking some chances. I'm just letting you know that. So I'm going to give you some of my value picks here. But before I do that, the number one, the coach with the best odds to win Coach of the Year was a little bit of a shock. I'm going to give you a hint. It's not Bill Belichick. It's not Sean McVay. It's not Sean Payton. It's not Andy Reid. It's not any of the big-name coaches that you think it would be. It's a West Coast guy. There is one guy. Can you guess who has the best odds out of all the coaches? And the one hint I'll give you, it is a West Coast coach.
I'm going to go between John Gruden and Cliff Kingsbury.
All right, that's close. That's close. You're on the opposite end as the worst odds to win it, but that's okay.
Really?
I see where you're going with that.
So I kind of went with John Gruden because they're like, oh, he's going to, if he goes if he wins 10 games this year and makes the playoffs and wins the division, he'll be the automatic coach of the year. And same with Cliff Kingsbury. Even if he goes 8-8, but like you see this like vast improvement, sometimes that's all coach of the year is. It's the most improved guy of the year, the guy who had to work with the most type deal. So if you're saying those aren't it, then it has to be your boy up in Seattle.
Unfortunately, it is
Pete
not.
Carroll.
It is actually Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers. He's 10 to 1 odds.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. For the same reason for Cliff Kingsbury and John Gruden.
Yes. Well, they had a tough season last year. Now you get your quarterback coming off of an ACL tear.
Yeah.
He should be back and healthy. They've built up a good team around him. Yeah, this is Kyle Shanahan's year to shine. And if he's going to do it, this is the year to do it. So Kyle Shanahan, 10 to 1 odds. Okay, I get that. But when I look at other coaches like Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick has to do something special to get Coach of the Year. It's going to be the same Patriots team we see year in and year out. I don't see him winning it unless there's nobody else out there. Sean McVay, same thing. He just won it, right? Wasn't he the one that won it last year?
Yeah.
Going back to back, you got to do something special, and I don't know that they're going to be any different than they were last year. Now, those guys are all at 12 to 1 odds. So Kyle Shanahan's 10 to 1, Belichick's 12 to 1, Sean McVay 12 to 1. One other coach is 12 to 1, and that is our future Super Bowl champion, Cleveland Browns coach, Freddie Kitchens. 12 to 1 odds, coach of the year.
Yep, that makes sense too. Although, I think if I were to put money down, I'd put money down on Kitchens over Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean, and 12 to 1's not bad odds. And at 14 to 1, you got the other big-time coaches, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, Doug Peterson. These are all guys that I can understand. I'm sorry, I said 12 to 1, 14 to 1. Frank Reich with the Colts. So you've got some good coaches there. But I really, when I'm betting, I don't like to bet the favorites. So I was just telling you that. So, hey, here are the favorites. These are the odds. No big deal. Where I like to get value is at the bottom of the heap. Then that's where I think there is some real value. And these are the coaches that everybody's already left for dead. But one of these coaches is going to rise like the Dark Phoenix out of the ashes and be the coach of the year. And I'm looking, and there is, let's say about 6 or 7 coaches here that are 40 to 1 or 50 to 1 odds. And I think one of these coaches will emerge from the top. And this is the advice that I'm giving to all of our listeners and to you, Chris America. I'm giving this advice because I love you guys. I really do, and I want you to be billionaires. I think you should take a shot on a 50 to 1 or 40 to 1 coach. And the name Gruden is a very popular name. Just saying.
Yes, it is.
So a guy like John Gruden, he's sitting there 40 to 1 coach of the year. Them are pretty good odds. I mean, it's a lot of risk. I'm not going to lie to you. There is a lot of risk there. But if John Gruden comes out wins 10 games and makes the playoffs with this team, man,
he'll automatic coach of the year.
Automatic. He's done.
What about your boy, Jay Gruden?
All right, that's your second value pick, right? There's not just one Gruden in the world. There are 2. And there are 4 coaches sitting at the bottom of the heap at 50 to 1 odds. And out of those 4 coaches, one of them is Mr. Jay Gruden. Surprisingly enough, when you talked about the Cowboys schedule, 3 out of the 4 coaches coach on teams that the Cowboys are going to play in the first 5 games of the season.
Oh, nice.
So the Giants coach Pat Shurmur sitting at 50 to 1, Redskins coach Jay Gruden 50 to 1, and Dolphins coach Brian Flores 50 to 1. The fourth one out of that group, Matt Patricia, is also 50 to 1. But I don't think you said the Lions were playing the Cowboys in that first grouping. So
I'm kind of surprised to not see Cliff Kingsbury at the bottom of the list then.
Yep. He is actually sitting at 33 to 1 with coaches like Ron Rivera, Sean McDermott, and Mike Vrabel. So kind of that middle of the pack, maybe that bottom middle, if that makes sense.
You know who should be the worst odds, though? It should be Bill Belichick.
I agree with that. No, I completely agree with you on that.
He never wins it. Because, again, the award's not who's the best coach. It's who did the best with the least kind of deal.
Right. And it is. It's like an MVP, or I mean, a most improved player is really what it's more like.
Yeah, for a lot of those times it is. Yeah. Now, Loudbeard, here's what I want to give you some advice on. These are actually really, really good odds. I think we should spread out like $50 towards the top. I'll take you can take the top where you spread out $10, towards the top 5, and then I'll take $100 and spread out the 10 bottom guys, and I think we'll cover our bets there.
I like where you're going with this.
The best odds are 10-1.
It's good odds.
That's the best team. Like normally when you're like betting on teams, it's like 2-1 or 4-1. Those aren't very good odds. Like you're not going to get very good payouts with a $10 bet. But if you even go to like the middle of the pack and you throw $10 down, you're doing good for yourself there if you win.
I 100% agree with you. We're gonna get into this, and we have this partnership here at 12 Ounce Sports Radio with MyBookie, so we could go to mybookie.ag and put in promo code 12OZ Sports, and this is our shameless plug of this morning.
Yeah, I mean, you said there was like 14-1 odds, $10 is $140, and all you put down is $50 on the top five guys.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. These are really actually great odds. The way it would mess us up is if like somebody in the middle got it. Like
someone in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, if we went to top 5 coaches and then the bottom 10, so in that middle would be the guys like Matt LaFleur of the Packers or
maybe
Vic
you
Fangio
look at it, you
of the
take
Broncos.
your $50. You take your $50 and you look at that list and you put your top 5 of who you think has the best chance of winning it.
Yeah. See, and
I doubt these odds are going to change that much through the first 3 weeks. So you can even look at them for a little bit and be like, there's something about this Detroit Lions team that's looking pretty good. You could throw $10 down on Matt Patricia then, and then what was he at? Like he was at towards the bottom, right?
Oh yeah, he was one of the 50-1 odds.
Yeah, $500 right there. Because if you see the Lions go 3-0, chances are really good that they'll make the playoffs. And if he brings them to the playoffs, that's a good candidate for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, but if he goes 3-0, these odds will be readjusted.
You think they'll readjust him that much?
Yeah, I mean, not where it's 50-1. I think maybe he'll jump up to like 20-1 if they go 3-0
you're right.
to start the season or something. So I mean,
you're right.
Still good payout. It's just not exactly
not as good
where it's at. All right, I got one other NFL story for you, and then we can talk about whatever you want. We can go Wacky Wednesday after that. Tom Brady. Okay, so I talked about this great contract that he had. He's got 2 more years, $70 million. But I didn't read the fine print of the contract, Chris and Mary. I have to take blame for this. I didn't read the fine print. And apparently this is a contract that is voidable after every season. So basically he's living the one-and-done contract life now. He said he's going to earn it each year. At the end of the season, it'll be voidable by either side. So both, whether it's him or whether it's the Patriots, at the end of each season, they can say, you know what? We're good. We're not going to continue this contract. So it is not guaranteed in any way. It's considered a voidable contract. And he has also put up his $40 million mansion in Boston. He has put it up for sale. So maybe Tom Brady won't be around as long as we think he will. I don't know.
There's something weird about this whole story, man. Getting a $75 million contract the last 2 years, and he's going to be 44 years old. I don't know, man.
Yeah. But they made it voidable. So if he gets, let's say he has a terrible year, Patriots could say, nope, sorry, just done. It's done. No. And Tom Brady would be like, all right, cool. Maybe that was it. I'm done too. See ya.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those gentleman's agreement. Hey, I respect the team enough to where if I start sucking, you can get rid of me, and I don't want to see the team get hurt because, I start sucking. But also, if I don't suck, you're going to pay me lots of money.
Yeah. And if that's the case, if it is a gentleman's agreement, I know a lot of people out there hate Tom Brady, but a lot of the things he does are good things.
Yeah.
Like, like he's saying, I'm not going to totally screw the team. I love the city. I love the team. I love the fans. I'm not going to be an a-hole and only think about myself. I am married to a rich supermodel, and I
Right.
have been paid a lot of money over my career, and I could probably get endorsements in Boston for the rest of my life. Like,
Oh,
I don't-
for sure.
I don't need to screw you over and make a guaranteed contract. Like, let's just make this work. I think I'm going to be good for the next 3 years, and you're going to pay me for being good. And if I'm not, if I'm
You're
wrong,
finally going to pay me as the top quarterback.
yeah. And if I'm wrong, guess what? We just part ways, shake
Yeah.
hands, and Robert Kraft takes me for a massage at the massage parlor.
And then I'll join you in the booth over there, the owner's booth.
Yeah,
The
you,
owner's
Bon
suite.
Jovi,
Yep.
Roger Goodell, all of you guys hanging out, high-fiving. It'll be beautiful.
Hey, Loudbeard.
Hey, Chris America.
Florida man is at it again.
Isn't he always Florida man?
He's actually from around us. He's from Kissimmee. I guess he stole $40,000 worth of bikes, and then he's been going around the country, like trying to pawn them. Oh no, he's been going around the country stealing them. He stole them from Washington, California, Nevada, Florida, Colorado, Virginia, and North Carolina. Does he just like randomly while he's traveling around just say like, you know what, I feel like stealing a bicycle? Because that's kind of spread out. I mean-
Yeah, the effort of going to that many states to steal bicycles, like, I mean, these better be like high-end racing bicycles where they're worth like $3,000-$4,000. Like, if these are kids' mongooses, like, get over yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking Florida man.
Well, I mean, they said it's $40,000 worth of bicycles, so I have to imagine they're those like bicycles are expensive. I don't know if you've ever like gone to a bicycle shop, but it's ridiculous how much they are. The like professional racing bicycles, that is. Even some of those like mountain bikes can be upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 a piece.
Oh, no, I'm with you on that. That is a extreme sport, the whole, like, Lance Armstrong racing, you know, the Tour de France style. Those people put big-time money on there. Just things like buying the frame. Like, they get these, like, super hyper light frames that are strong and are made of adamantium, and they make them just awesome, right? So you're paying big-time bucks for the most precious metal in the world to make this bike super fast, and it's awesome and expensive.
So this sounds like a freaking TV show in the making. So he's already sold 40 of these all across the United States. So I guess he is stealing and selling them. The states that I mentioned are just the ones where they know he's committed the crime, and so he's wanted for the crime. So the 11 that he tried to sell in Idaho is worth $40,000. There's got to be a whole network here. It's not just, I don't think it's just him. This has got to be like a crime ring of some sort. That's
Yeah,
a lot.
you've broken it. You've broken the story out.
Yeah. I feel like there's a TV show here, though, too, where like three guys are like, man, we're in lots of debt. What can we do? Bicycles are expensive, and nobody checks the serial numbers on bicycles. Let's go steal them.
Sometimes the robbers are smart, man. Sometimes the thieves, they figure out the niche market that they need to get into. It's like
Well, apparently
starting a
not.
business.
This guy got figured out and wanted in all these states.
Yeah, well, you always go down. When you're doing something illegal, you always go down.
Well, if you keep doing it long enough, eventually you will, yeah.
Yep. And now we have a tweet coming in from Mike Berlon over at Craft Brewed Sports. He has a question for you. That's actually for both of us, but I'm going to ask you. Will every car in the Boston area be sold at Tom Brady Chevrolet in the near future?
No, Tom Brady is a Fiat spokesman, for sure.
I was
Fiat
thinking
or
Mini Cooper.
the Mini Cooper, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a Mini Cooper guy. I
You're
can
gonna be
see him
seeing
rolling around in
driving
a convertible.
Yep. He probably will even own the dealership, the Tom Brady Mini Cooper store.
I completely agree. Hey, Tom Brady.
He'll be one of those guys that always does the commercials with his kids, and you don't know why the kids are there, just other than just to look cute. Those car sales commercials where they got their kids in it.
Oh yeah, I could see him being like the next Dan Marino, because wasn't Dan Marino on every commercial for a hot minute, especially here in Florida, because of the whole Miami Dolphin deal he had going on.
Yep.
I mean, He was big time in isotoners for quite a while, though gloves aren't good
Until
in
he got-
Florida.
Until he got kidnapped.
Luckily, there was a pet detective that was on his case.
There was a pet detective on the case because the regular police weren't solving it, and actually the head detective was in on it.
Yes.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Yep. True story.
Laces out,
No.
Dan.
Like, do you see him doing like a Shaq, like Dollar General type commercials? I don't think so.
Oh, man. I don't know. He
You-
doesn't have to do anything, though, does he?
No, he
right?
doesn't. No, he's made for life.
He's a made man.
I could see him
they do in Boston.
and who is the all right actor? Who is that? Why can't I think of his name right now?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
All
McConaughey
right,
doing
all
Buick.
all right.
Doing Buick commercials together.
They make those so dramatic.
They do, and
It's
Tom
like a little
Brady's so
too
dramatic.
Ugh. Yeah, Tom Brady would be very good on that, like, drama-filled commercial. That the weird music in the background.
Did you
He's
ever see
driving
the SNL skit of speaking of Pet Detective of now I'm going to call him Ace Ventura, but Jim Carrey doing the Matthew McConaughey Buick commercial, making fun of him?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I got to check that out. I mean, it's no cowbell, but I'm sure it ranks
No,
up
it's
there.
no cowbell. And it's not like overly funny, but it's like chuckle like, all right, that they got him good type funny.
Yes. All right, Chris America. 5 more minutes left. You went
5
Florida
minutes.
man on me.
5
You always like
minutes.
to go Florida man. Huh?
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Kaiser's tweeting out that there are White Claw Pop-Tarts.
I've already bought some. They've got some in my cabinet right now. Pantry. They're BOGO at Publix.
Which one did you get? Did you get the black cherry? Everybody hates the black cherry. Why does everybody hate the black cherry? I think the
I
black
don't
cherry's
know.
good.
Maybe we need to do a taste testing. Find these things out.
And did we solidify that bet from the other day? Is it going to be
Jenny of Ohio versus
Jenny of
Craft Root
Ohio
Sports?
versus Mike
Yeah, I don't even know
Verlon?
when when's the soccer match.
Is it this weekend? Mike
Sure.
Verlon, get at us. When is this game? Hell in the Cell. Isn't that what it was called? Hell in the Cell?
Hell is real.
Oh, Hell is real.
Or Hell in the Cell.
It kind of it sounds like you're saying Hell is real.
Hell is Israel.
Yeah. And
That's what
the
it said.
final bet, we did decide, though. The final bet is loser or tie. They have to take a shot of Fireball and slam Smirnoff Ice to chase it.
It's the fire and ice bet.
I'm kind of hoping Jenny wins just so we can watch those guys take it on a Thursday night.
All right, the answer is Saturday night. That's when it's. We're gonna have to have a
Saturday
watch party.
night. Oh, we are. When is
I
that,
can dig
though?
it.
Is it going to be on? What time?
Yeah, probably won't be on TV here. You're right. We might have to get on YouTube TV.
Do I have to get ESPN Plus?
Oh, you've got a bundle, man. Everything's better in a bundle.
Lightning and the thunder. Oh, yeah, we should watch it, though, Loudbeard. This Saturday. What do I got going on this Saturday? I feel like I have something going on this Saturday. Oh, we got to talk about our kids going to Volcano Bay. Do you want to do that now on the air?
Yeah. We'll text
We got 3
afterwards.
minutes.
No,
We got 3
that's
minutes.
All right. We'll keep that off air. You're out of control.
I don't know. People might like that, be entertained by us like scheduling our kids' play dates.
Yeah. No, it's cool stuff, man. It's good stuff. Yeah.
Do you want your
they
next
don't. Nobody
payment?
wants to hear that.
Do you want your next payment of 5 camels?
Yeah.
Because we have a dowry set up. And I told you I'm not going to ever be able to afford 10,000 camels at once, so I'll just start paying you in 5 camels at a time now.
I want my 10,000 at once. I want you to back up your giant. I don't know how do you deliver 10,000 camels? Can you give me the logistics of this?
In cigarette cartons.
Joe Camels.
Did
See what you did there.
I said,
Yeah,
see what I
absolutely
did there?
See what you did there. Yeah.
That is one of the schemes that I want to try, but apparently you get killed in New York if you do this. But I've always wanted to buy cigarettes down here and then travel up to New Jersey, New York, and just sell them at a cheaper price than what they sell them up there.
Shh. Johnny Law might be listening. Be careful.
It's true. I want to steal a whole bunch of bicycles and sell them in Idaho.
That's okay. That's legal. In
That is
Idaho,
totally
they don't
legal.
care. It's all the other states that he went to. It's just Idaho. That one's okay.
You know how this guy could have gotten away with it if he was slamming some Red Claws while eating Red Claw, or not Red Claw, but White Claw Pop-Tarts.
You just called them Red Claws.
Well,
every basic white girl just tuned out and will never listen to us again.
They will never listen again. But if
You
you're
just
slamming a
ruined
White
it.
Claw while eating a White
Killed our
Claw Pop-Tart while the cops show up, you're like, dude, no laws with claws. Real outlaws drink claws. And they'd be like, you got any for us? And you're like, damn right I do. And then a huge party starts off. Out of nowhere, a bunch of babes in bikinis come out, and I just gave you the end of every single 80s movie.
I don't know what else to say.
That last 5 minutes was hot.
It's like hot like a Red Claw.
All right, guys, have a good rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.